Um, Now, we did have some movement on the Jets side of things. Garrett Wilson confirms a players-only meeting today, and Michael Carter ends up getting released just a few hours later. How are you feeling about the release of Michael Carter? Do you think it was justified? Do you think it was warranted? Are you upset with it? Give me your thoughts.
I'm not really upset with it. He really hasn't been effective the last 2 seasons. I thought he had a promising rookie campaign, but I mean, we saw Denzel Mims have a promising rookie campaign. We saw Chris Herndon have a promising rookie campaign, and then unfortunately, it doesn't go anywhere from there. He was, to me, by far the worst of the three running backs, which is saying something because of how down I was and how down a lot of people were on Dalvin Cook earlier in the year. But Dalvin was better in this game against the Raiders. I thought he had three pretty good carries, and whenever Carter was in, whether it's the penalty in this game, a drop, the drops were consistent, but unfortunately was a net negative. He's a great personality, is an easy guy to root for, but wasn't getting it done. And I think that there's a world where maybe the Jets were like, "Hey, we want to make you inactive," and he's like, "All right, just release me," kind of a thing. Like, because the release kind of seemed to come out of nowhere. I figured that they would just elevate or activate, I guess, 𝐒𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞𝐽𝐫 and make Michael Carter inactive. But maybe it was just like, all right, if I'm going to be inactive, then we might as well just move on here.
Yeah, I get this feeling that that's probably correct. I mean, Michael Carter and Elijah Moore were very close friends, and just because they are no longer on the team doesn't mean they're not talking. And I could see Michael Carter getting a little edgy based on everything that's going on, and he's gonna like face the brunt of a chop block when the offensive line hasn't been doing a great job blocking and the quarterback isn't getting held accountable and all these different things. So I could see there being some sort of disgruntledness, but this was an easy move. I think he's probably getting a little scapegoated here where you're not going to change the play call, you're not changing the quarterback. He's clearly probably the worst of the three running backs, or at the very least doesn't have the contract that Dalvin Cook has, that you can't really justify cutting Dalvin Cook, I don't think. And bringing up Izzy just makes all the sense in the world, is something we wanted to do regardless. And even going back to like training camp, Michael Carter was kind of that guy on the bubble. It was, all right, are we going to, move on from him and keep Bam Knight? Because the talent is there at Bam Knight, but, the locker room stuff there with Michael Carter, that's kind of what kept him on the Jets, in my opinion. Do you think the Jets bring in another running back to kind of fill that practice squad void? Maybe Bam Knight sitting out there somewhere. That'd be great.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they do. They had, what was his name? Travis Dye, right? Wasn't he the USC running back?
He was, yes.
Yeah. So maybe he hangs around. I don't know. I don't necessarily think so. I think it's going to be those three guys right now with Brees, Dalvin Cook, and 𝐒𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞𝐽𝐫 for the time being, and we'll see from there. But I don't anticipate them elevating a fourth running back or signing a fourth running back to the roster. I think they'll just rock with those three guys.